something, three payment options come to mind. Cash, debit, or credit. But now a lot of major retailers are turning to another option. It's called buy now and pay later services.
Affirm, Afterpay, and Klarna are just a few of them. But how do they work? What's the catch? If there is one. Joining us live this morning is Meredith Gallo. She is a senior editor for research and testing for the Product Reviews Test. Best Reviews, that's all I'm going to say. You're with Best Reviews.
I'm with Best Reviews, yes.
Thank you so much. And Best Reviews reviews products.
Yes, we review products. Yes.
Including products like what we've been calling the modern day layaway. So how does this work?
Yeah, so buy now, pay later is a short-term financing option. You can think of it kind of as a comparative to credit that you're probably used to using all over the place. So this is something that you can use if you're looking to make a payment, but you want to purchase something and you can get it right away, but you don't have to pay. You can pay over 6 weeks, 18 months, kind of various different levels of that.
And there is usually no interest charged?
Yeah, so it really kind of depends, but depending on the servicer you're using, and that is kind of determined by which retailer you're working with. So if you go to Macy's or if you go to Sephora, there might be a different servicer that you use. You might use Klarna, you might use Affirm. So they all have slightly different kind of ways that they operate, but generally you're going to, the positive part about using this is that you can buy it and then you won't necessarily have to pay interest. You may, but most of the time you're not paying interest, and then as long as you hit those payments, you won't be subject to any additional fees.
Penalties. Okay, so let's use a makeup company. I go into the makeup store and I see all these products that I want to buy. Is there an app for these? Is there so I would download the app?
Yes, so you could download the app and purchase that way. A lot of times people are using this online, so they're doing their online shopping. And then there's an option to use the buy now, pay later service. So basically how that works is you're shopping, you find the foundation or whatever you're looking for, and then you opt into buy now, pay later. They'll run a soft credit check. So what that means is that it doesn't affect your credit. Yeah, and then you'll be approved or not approved within seconds. From that, they'll be able to determine what that repayment plan looks like, and then you'll be able to know, okay, I'm buying this now, I'm paying 25% of this product, but then over the next 6 weeks or whatever, you'll know how much you're supposed to pay.
But is it retailer specific? Did they have to be part of this app, or you can use it anywhere? These apps?
So typically it is retailer specific. So each of these retailers that you might purchase from, they will have a partner that if they do use these services, and a lot of times we see this with apparel. Apparel tends to be a really popular way to use this. But I mean, Home Depot, Dick's Sporting Goods, they all have this too. Best Buy has their own internal service that they use this with. So you can do it in a lot of different capacities.
So you miss a payment. Now what happens? Are there heavy-duty penalties?
Yeah, I mean, they can be rough. So you want to, if you are going to do this, you want to make sure that you're not going to miss a payment. And the way that you do that is make sure you're hitting those payments. And if you do miss a payment, you're going to be subject to some interest, but also some additional fees. So that's when you might get in trouble. You really don't want to get it to a point that you have a couple different payment plans that you're missing, and then your account's going to collections.
Probably best to set it automatically, like an automatic withdrawal every month of that $60 or $100, whatever it is.
So obviously, you just mentioned that you miss a payment or more than one. Now you've got penalties, you've got fees, you've got interest rates. What are some of does this affect your credit?
So it won't affect your credit negatively or positively if you're paying on time. So if you don't have good credit, or if you don't have credit at all, this is a great option for you because you don't need credit to use it. But then again, if you are paying it off, then you're not accumulating better credit.
You're not gaining any,
you're not getting any good credit.
Your credit rating isn't going up.
Wow.
Sounds interesting. But again, I think it's one of those discipline things. You don't have the big money up front, but you better be prepared. Every 30 days, you've got to deliver on this, or every week, whatever it might be. You have to be able to say, I can handle that financially.
Yes, and it's something that's really trending right now. I mean, it really plays into that wanting to kind of get it now and have that instant gratification, and it really plays into that.
Is this kind of the equivalent when they used to say, buy the furniture now, 0 interest for the next 6 months? Kind of the same thing?
Well, it's kind of a modern version of layaway. So we were talking earlier about layaway, and kind of the way that works is you are paying to something, and then you get your couch, your TV, or whatever. This is kind of the opposite of that. So you're getting your thing first, and then you're paying for it.